Here we come to DSE Physics 2012 structured question 3. So we have a figure showing the top view of a road with a car driving on lane 1. And part A1 asks us about the force that provides the centripetal force. Who provides the centripetal force? The centripetal force is provided by the friction between the tire and the road. So if the maximum value of this force, that means the maximum value of friction is 8,000 Newton. I need to calculate the highest speed of the car such that it can keep with time t. By F equals ma, F is provided by the friction, and A here we would use V squared over R because we are calculating the highest linear speed. So we would use mv squared over R. We do not use mr omega squared. So we put in the numbers. Maximum friction is 8,000. Mass of the car is 1,200. V is what we want to find. The radius of the road is 45 meters. So solving this equation, we have V is equal to 17.32 because we are talking about the speed. The unit is meter per second. Part 2. Suppose the car takes lane 2. Lane 2 is here. Okay, inside. Lane 1 is outside. So the car takes lane 2 instead of lane 1. And the maximum value of the force providing centripetal force is still 8,000. The friction does not change. So would the highest speed in lane 2 be smaller than, larger than, or same as defined in A1? Now we have this equation, F equals mv squared over R. This time, F is unchanged. R becomes smaller because lane 2 is inside. The radius of curvature will be smaller than that of outside. So now for lane 2, the radius decrease. Left hand side unchanged. So V has to be decreased in order to keep the balance. So for the same friction, radius decrease, speed V would decrease. As a result, we can conclude that the highest speed of the car to turn would be smaller. Part B. Explain why the chance of skidding would increase if there are oil patches. So when there are oil patches, the friction on the road will decrease. Maximum friction will become between the tire and road will be smaller, will decrease when there are oil patches. Therefore, if the friction is not large enough to provide the centripetal force necessary for successful turning, there will be skidding.